Yo, slow budget. Once again.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's show. Today's date is January 18th, 2024, and it is a Thursday. Today is going to be part 2 of the wrestling interview show I started yesterday with the Eloy boys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And since today's a wrestling show, I'm going to talk about last night's junior high wrestling tournament. We had the Central Junior High League Championships last night. So I want to give a big shout out to Ethan Lazoya and Malachi Smalls for winning their respective brackets. Ethan's been tearing it up. I could see last year when I was coaching the team, he was picking up wrestling fast and he was learning moves, and he's won a few tournaments already. I think he won the Benson tournament. He's the brother of Aiden Lazoya, the high school team's 215-pounder, who is the only junior high champion in San Manuel history. So his brother's following his footsteps, and we'll find out this Saturday if he could join his brother as a junior high state champion. Now, let me talk about the actual tournament. I went last night. It just so happened Rocky was in Bisbee wrestling. It was a 3-hour drive. I knew the other teams didn't have heavyweights. I knew he was only going to have one match, so I decided not to go to that and to go to the junior high tournament. Just I know a lot of people. I know them all. I want to see them wrestle. And he went 1-1. He beat Thatcher's heavyweight, lost to Tombstone's. That's a huge one because we'll see Tombstone at sectionals, but Rocky feels that he could beat him. We'll see at our sectionals. But last night's tournament, so I go chopping it up with a bunch of, I see everyone I know, different coaches from all the other teams. So, I was talking to Al Garcia of Eloy. We talked for a while, and man, the tournament started late. Put it this way, wrestling's supposed to start at 3. I think it started I know it was way past 3:30, 3:40. So it turns out the AIA refs didn't show up, or whoever refs they hired didn't show up. So now I hear that the coaches are going to have to do the refereeing. Now, the junior high doesn't even have a wrestling coach as it is. I was a wrestling coach last year with Coach Bathrick, and neither of us came back. As you know, I've been beefing with the school for a while. But anyway, so I didn't coach football, as you guys know. Now I didn't coach wrestling, which I was telling the coach last night. Me not coaching football was honestly the best thing possible because I was able to concentrate 100% on Corey's wrestling, taking her to Tucson every day, and everyone see how that turned out. So that was, like they say, a blessing in disguise that I didn't coach football. So anyway, they needed a junior high coach all year. I told the superintendent and the board that I will coach junior high wrestling if they could meet my demands. My only demand was Corey's with me at all times, in the room, on trips, and that was a big deal last year that, I was taking Corey with me, and that was against rules. I think, but obviously it was a rule only against Earl because other coaches were doing it. There's a new bus driver now, takes her daughter everywhere, so I guess it's only a rule against Earl, which are most of the rules. It's only against me. So I saw that they were going to need help. So I went up to Coach Mahaka, and I was like, hey, Coach, if you need help, I'm right here. He goes, oh, great. Stay close. I'm definitely going to need help. So I did that. I was there talking to wrestlers. Well, our genius of an AD comes up, was like, you need to go in the stands. I'm like, well, Coach said he needs help. She's like, no, go in the stands. I'm like, all right, I guess they don't need help. So I'm sitting in the front row watching the wrestling. And after one of the matches, again, Coach Mahaka comes up to me. He's like, hey, if there's 2 Samuel wrestlers up, can you go coach one of them? I was like, the AD already said I can't help. He was just like, oh, crap. Damn it. So he was kind of like, obviously they needed help, but our genius of an AD has such a grudge. Oh, she didn't accept no one's help, well, my help at least. And there was other parents there that could have helped. Obviously, she wasn't going to ask for their help either because they're on the outs with the school, I should say, because I talked to other parents there. So it's just funny seeing the principal in the corner, seeing the AD sitting in the corner who don't know crap about wrestling. Hell, the AD doesn't even go see her grandson wrestle when he was on the wrestling team wrestling. So it's just, I'm like, just laughing at it. Other parents saw that. Remember when I was walking around, parents were like, Earl, why aren't you helping? I'm like, Vince wanted my help, but our AD doesn't want my help. And they're just like, what the hell? I'm like, exactly. She does not know what she's doing. She's only got that job as a favor to our superintendent. And it's to the point now, it almost reminds me of the Steelers. The Steelers should have fired Matt Canada years ago. but they didn't. And when they finally did, the Steelers did good. So this AD, and I've been saying it, she has no idea what she's doing out there. She's the laughing stock of the whole conference because I've heard it from other ADs. It's just it's comedy at this point. Other parents are seeing her sitting in the corner coaching like she don't know what she's doing. She don't know nothing about the sport. But anyway, it's not the coach's fault. I'm going to give props to Coach Vince Mahaka and Daniel Nahara pulling double duty because it is hard coaching one varsity team. That in itself is a job and a half, but to go and help out doing the junior high now, that's 2 teams, and I'm almost positive Vince Mahaka is a volunteer coach. He knows a lot about wrestling. I have learned a lot just from listening to this man. He knows what he's talking about. He knows the sport, hands down. He was the coach of U of A wrestling. And I give mad props for these coaches to do double duty. I did one, and it was a handful to drive these kids to meets, to coach them, to make sure they're all together, to make sure that I'm not messing around, to make sure we go take them out to eat, get them home safely. And he's pulling double duty at 2 school, the high school and the junior high. So it is not the coach's fault. I'm going to put the blame where the blame belongs. It's with the administration, our athletic director, our superintendent who's pulling double duty as a principal. No one wants to coach for them. It's hard for them to find coaches. No one wanted to step up and coach junior high under them. Especially, I told everybody, everything they done to me last year, how the AD never had my back. I let everyone who wants to know here. So no one wants to, who would want to work for someone that will not have their back at. So yeah, it was a debacle last night. And Coach Mahaka, I know he did his best. So at the end, it is what it is. Like I said, to me, it was kind of funny last night. I stayed. I wanted to see everybody's first match, which I did. I saw a lot of kids from Elo. I knew their first match. Some Miami wrestlers I knew. I saw their first match, and then I dipped. But I saw that Ethan Lozoya and Malachi Smalls did pull out the championship. So congratulations to you guys. So with that, I'm going to continue with my interview episode. And my first interview is going to be with Zayne Candelaria, Sunnyside's heavyweight. I've known Zayne and his family for a long time. He was a youth wrestler back in the day, and he's been destroying it since then. I mean, he used to win belts at all these tournaments, championships, and now he's heavyweight for Sunnyside, who everyone knows, one of the top programs in the whole country. And he's a sophomore, and he's just destroying everyone. I got this interview with him. I caught him. He was actually helping out at a tournament that Corey was at, so I was able to get an interview with him. And here's the interview with Zayne Candelaria, heavyweight wrestler, Sunnyside High School. All right, I'm here with Zayne Candelaria, Sunnyside's heavyweight, going into this year. Man, you've been tearing it up. Well, I've been seeing you wrestling since you were a kid, and you've been winning bouts and just tearing it up. Where was the last one you were at?
I was at Elite 8 last. Yeah, Elite 8 duels.
How'd you do there?
I did all right. I ended up winning 2 matches. I think I might have wrestled like 6.
But you were a freshman last year, right?
It was this year. I was going against like the top guys in the country though. So.
Nice. So this still counts as your freshman year until it starts, or what?
Oh no, I'm in my sophomore year now.
Oh, sophomore year. Okay. Yeah. So I saw you. You were in Denver. Where else did you go last year?
We went to Reno Tournament of Champions, and I think that was about it.
I mean, your style, like I said, Rocky's a heavyweight, and your style is like it's go big or go home, huh?
Yeah.
You got some, like I said, I've been following you for a long time, those throws.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it since you were a kid, and actually you weren't even that big as a kid.
Nah, I wasn't.
But you were still tossing these guys around like crazy. How many bouts you win when you were a youth?
I don't even know. A lot.
I know. Like I said, it's been a lot. Like I said,
but it's a lot to get there, you know.
Oh yeah, like I said,
the losses and everything.
Yeah. I mean, you've been putting in the work for a long time. Like I said, I've already interviewed a couple of your teammates, and that Sunnyside program is just ridiculous. You guys are stacked top to bottom. You guys lose 3, 4 state champions, and you got someone else right there to take your place too.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys as a team this year. You know, you, Sergio, Carlitos. Yeah, who'd you lose? Like Armstrong. So what's next?
Next, I believe we're going to the best of the best tournament. I think that's the first in-season tournament. I know a few of the guys on the team are going to Super 32 in South Carolina, but the first in-season tournament is going to be the duels up in Colorado Springs.
And what's crazy is like Rocky's a heavyweight,
and
he tips the scale 285. You don't even look that big. I mean, you always been kind of husky, but what's your weight class? What do you weigh?
During in season I walk around at like 260, but right now I'm probably around like 275.
See, you don't look it.
Yeah.
You don't look at Rocky. How tall are you?
I'm about 5'10".
Yeah, see, Rock's the same, but he looks it.
Yeah.
You just have the always had that wider like shoulders and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. I thought you were like 220 right now, 225. I was like, how are you wrestling heavyweight?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
So that probably throws those guys too. Like they see like, oh man, this is one of those 225-pound heavyweights. Probably did.
Heavyweight,
Yeah, and all of a sudden they go to lift you or throw you, and it's like, whoa, this guy has some weight on him.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm looking forward to this season. Are you ranked?
Well, hopefully I get there soon. I've wrestled with some of the ranked guys. I've had really close matches with them. But hopefully by junior year I'll be ranked in the country.
Do you have anyone behind you trying to take your spot at heavyweight? Because that program's stacked. There's someone always wanting someone's spot.
Someone always next. We have a few of the younger guys I've been working with.
Oh, because there's no like upperclassmen like heavyweight's mine this year.
They come in and out, just the football players, but no one as of right now.
Oh, and plus you got all those years experience. So even if they try, you're just.
Yeah, we had a few.
Okay, cool. So you're definitely this year's heavyweight, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool, Sunnyside. All right, Zayne, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
and
you.
I look forward to watching this season.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, that was Zayne Candelaria of Sunnyside High School. Now, I got that interview before the season started. Since then, I've been following because I said I have his mom and his dad as my friends on Facebook, and they're always showing his matches. So, yeah, he's been tearing it up. I know he's been doing good at all the tournaments. He's been winning a lot of championships. And some of these wins he's getting are impressive. They're no joke. There's some big guys because I know some of those other heavyweights. So, a lot of his wins are impressive, and looking forward to seeing him go for a state championship this year. Alrighty, so my next interview is with a guy I've been wanting to get for a long time because he's been a long-time listener of the show, and that is Diego Chavez, a former wrestler of ASU, also hails from Eloy, Arizona. This was a great interview. When I was editing it, I was laughing. It was just a good interview. And at one point, he turns the tables on me and starts interviewing me, so I was kind of like caught off guard, but hope you guys enjoy the interview. I'm here with Diego Chavez. Arguably, probably one of the best high school wrestlers to come out of the state of Arizona. What was your high school record?
I don't know.
It was like 144 or 60-0, but I mean, talking about
freshman year.
Oh,
yeah. So to extend that out, I got disqualified once and I lost once. So probably around 150, 160, and 2.
Oh, okay. And like I said, arguably, I mean that's. And then you add all your junior high school championships. So you were a 4-timer in high school.
I lost count of those.
And 3 or 4 because he did 10. So, I mean, just like I said, arguably one of the best high school wrestlers ever to come out of the state of Arizona. And then you go to ASU your freshman year.
Right.
And I've talked to your dad a few times. You took your first real L, right?
Uh-huh.
How did that have to feel after, like I said, like you're coming as Mr. Invincible. I haven't lost. You know what I mean? And then this the big time now.
Yeah.
D1. Who'd you wrestle?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I appreciate you even mentioning me as one of the greatest wrestlers out of Arizona. It's honestly a privilege. You got so much great wrestlers here, and there's so much yet to come. Just being mentioned is an honor. But honestly, I was prepared. I knew I was going to go into college. I was in a D4 school, so, we're not the big. So I knew I was going to wrestle tough competition right out of the start. I don't exactly remember who I lost to my first collegiate match, but I will tell you, I was getting whooped in the wrestling room by...
all of a sudden you're a freshman and these guys are 4 or 5 year seniors.
Exactly, and they're trying to get a spot and, they're not going to get rolled up by a freshman, so they're definitely making you hold your own. That was just an awesome experience to be able to wrestle there. I wrestled there my whole freshman year, got everything out of it, and I really started to question, my future, what I want to do with school, what I want to do after school, and I'm so thankful. My parents have taught me that school is the most important thing. So I was valedictorian in high school. Not too many people know that.
Your scholarship for education was way more than wrestling. What your dad said was like $2,500. You got for wrestling or something.
Yeah,
but it was like $130,000 scholarship or something for education.
Scholarship it's $130,000 full ride.
Yeah,
I get to travel abroad. I'm going to Finland this summer.
See, that's what he was saying there. With you going, your schooling is going to take you overseas. So.
Exactly, yeah.
So I don't know if anybody knows now that Diego's not wrestling for ASU anymore.
Right.
He's focusing on his education, which ain't nothing wrong with that.
Heck yeah, honor student at ASU. Dean's
I see that because I have your dad and you, and I was like, that's just cool.
So Dean's List all my semesters, and then I've recently found this new passion for helping my little brother out.
Oh, he's a beast too.
Freshman out of Santa Cruz. And I want him to, obviously.
He's been killing it since junior high. And everyone knows, like I said, when you're in the wrestling circle, like USA, everyone knows everyone's names.
Right.
Because I was in Morenci, and I bring up your brother's name, and they know who he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah, you see kids grow up, you see brothers and stuff.
That's how everybody, like I said, like all you guys, Issa Gary's, you guys, I mean, since kids, the Vegas, everyone.
It's awesome. It's awesome to see the Vegas, the Carlitos and Sergio
all of
committing and stuff. When I've seen them when they're two little rugrats just wrestling around.
Oh, matter of fact, that's actually where you, I've seen you at the Cyclones a few times when I used to take Rocky.
Yeah, that's my home right there. My club home, Cyclones. They always treated me well. I'm up there on a couple banners and stuff. I love Danny. But yeah, so I've been keeping up with you and stuff. What's next for you as far as
I gotta start recording again.
Yes,
I have so many interviews of wrestlers and coaches. I just haven't had time. So come Monday when the kids go back to school, I'm gonna sit down. I'm actually gonna do my show again. I'm gonna do my show again.
That makes me happy.
And I know you've been listening to the show for a while. When I first started this, I just thought it was gonna be my kids on the way to work, like 4 people listening. Now I got like 1,100 people following, and everywhere I go, when are you gonna do another show? When are you gonna do another show?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Slow your horses.
And even someone told me today, he goes, "That's no fair. You got us hooked, and then you stopped."
Told us.
I was like, okay, my bad. It's just busy. My daughter's wrestling.
Yeah.
So you know how it is with traveling. I guess I was just telling you. I just interviewed Emilio, Big Emilio, and the same time I go, for the last 4 months, I'm thinking I've only been home maybe 3 weekends.
Right.
Because like tomorrow, I'm here with this one. She's wrestling in Gilbert tomorrow.
She's all around swim, all that.
Yeah, MMA, jiu-jitsu. That's what she wants to do. So I'm gonna back her up.
You're an amazing father.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All the stuff. That's my dad.
And she's having fun.
And that's awesome too. And I see you're working out with her. You that CrossFit place.
Man, yeah, it's killing me. I'm old, so it hurts.
You're sticking with it. That's good.
And here you guys, your dad built a nice little gym.
Man, yeah.
Because I think that the Woods are your neighbors.
Yeah.
Aaron Woods. Well, see, I know Aaron, so that's what he told me. He goes, yeah, I went over there. But he told me how Bill did.
Yeah,
or something.
he did. Aaron
So he told me how Bill did. He said, you got to look at it. It's awesome. It's like a real big wrestler. I was like, I've seen pictures.
A big mat and a half. I want to hopefully start once I get my schooling down and I start understanding what I want to do. I want to start doing, practices out of there.
Oh yeah, might as well spread the knowledge you have to the younger ones.
Yeah, and I think where we live, Eloy, Arizona, that's the perfect middle ground between Tucson and Phoenix. So you can bring a lot of good kids and you're like a center point so they can come down.
And that's crazy too. Like you got the Eloy boys. And they're doing crazy. You're actually from Eloy also.
Right.
And you made it to a D1 school. Like, what's in the water down there?
Man,
it's a small town. If no one doesn't know where Eloy, Arizona is, look it up. It is a small town.
I would just
and you got all these college wrestlers coming out of this town.
Yeah, all the Guanajuatos, Issa Gary, we still got
Chavez's, Twins. There's so many people coming up out of there. Like, just crazy.
I'm happy we were able to break that cycle and, show the kids that it's possible. Either way, you could go to a private school like the Eloy boys did and then come back and show love, or you could stay in your hometown and still, we're both at ASU, we both made it. You
get different journeys, different routes, same destination, and that's crazy.
Yeah, and just showing the kids that there's different ways to make it is just awesome. And it only takes one, you just start one and then another kid wants to be him or wants to one-up him, so you see that.
So when you wrestle your brother, can he take you down?
No, he can't touch me.
Yeah.
I'm too big for him. I still got him by a long shot. But I will say his pace, when he goes with me, he does not back down.
And what's crazy, like I said, I've been watching you wrestle for a long time from Eloy, and then it seems like you've been this size for a long time. Like you were always like you. So when you're that size in junior high, it seems to me, maybe you were smart, but to me, it seems to me like you've always been this height. Yeah. So I'm like, I know that. I remember one time Rocky missed weight, and he had to wrestle you, and you took it easy on him, which was cool. Because in another tournament, he had to wrestle Ogle, the big Ogle.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck? First round, we're getting all these damn state champions.
That's hilarious.
But he messed up. It was at 140, I believe. You were in junior high, and he missed weight and had to go up. And it was like, well. But I know you took it easy. You could tell, like, you don't want to hurt nobody. You took it easy. And I noticed that about you. You gauge your opponent, and you know what to do. To get, at the end of the day, to get the pin without... injure other guys, man, they'll go 100% and they don't make a kid cry. They're still cross-facing. And
I love the sport, so I want kids to still wrestle. They understand losing's a part of it, but help them just understand the loss and get better.
So what's next now? Just
Right now, so I'm Flynn. It's just been amazing scholarship opportunity. Right now, they're sending me constant list of alumni and people that are
networking.
yeah
to
networking.
network.
So that's my one on my list.
What's the end goal? What kind of job? What?
I'm majoring in business entrepreneurship right now, so that's like huge, broad, and that's why I did it because I didn't really. That's where I want to do these next couple years, just figure out what specific niche I'm gonna go into business, and then from there just hopefully get a job and stuff. But I definitely want to stay in the wrestling. Now that Eagle is back on the come up, we have a good team. I want to be in the wrestling.
Oh man, you guys, yeah, it's incredible, top to bottom. I'm seeing. I think we only won 2 matches. One of them was our defending state champion,
Oh, yeah,
only one, and then Rocky. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
So Rocky was able to get him. So we got 2 wins.
Yeah, that's good though to be
Yeah.
competing against the teams. How's your guys' team this year? Usually got more in the numbers.
5 freshmen, 5 seniors. 1 senior already quit.
Oh shoot! So
Our 190
half
pounders.
younger.
So yeah, and then we got a couple of sophomores. So it's like, but the good thing is most of our freshmen have been doing youth wrestling.
Oh, that's
so
good. So they've
so
been
they're
doing
not. They're not fresh.
Fresh.
Just like your guys, all these freshmen, they're not fresh.
Yeah,
You're
they've been doing it.
2-time state champion. Your son, your brother, 2 or 3-time state champion. You know, it's
Right.
like they're
Yeah.
not no young freshmen.
nothing
They're
new to them.
they're seasoned freshmen. You guys have.
Heck yeah!
I'm excited to see you and Morenci go at it at state
Yeah.
because that, I mean, hands down, it's gonna be the state's gonna D4 is gonna be between obviously Santa Cruz and Morenci.
Yeah, it's all going to depend on the matchups and stuff too.
That's gonna be
It's
exciting.
incredible. It was exciting when I was in high school and we were going against them, man.
Oh, again, because we just came from Morenci, like my son's family's from there, and it's like a small town. Like, how do they keep every year since forever? The junior high's good, the high school's
Yes, both teams. I was
good,
just
and
about
it's
to
a
say
small
that.
team. It's a small town.
The coach, what's the head coach's name? I can't believe I can't remember.
I don't know.
He's an awesome though. He used to coach at Payson, and my dad used to take us to some wrestling camps down there. Casey Woodall, that's his name. He's an awesome coach, so definitely that's why that program is bumping.
Yeah, because their junior high's good, and they got some girls that are good.
Yes, yeah, they got multiple teams. I've seen their practices and stuff. Awesome community of people.
Well, all right, man. We'll be on the lookout for your brother, Xavier Chavez. We'll be on the lookout for your brother. I know he's going to be doing good.
Heck yeah, and then whenever you see me at a tournament, catch me, we can do an update.
Oh yeah, always. I've been trying to get you forever,
Heck
and I
yeah.
could right when I got an app where you can phone call and it records it. Somehow someone sued and it didn't work no more. So I'm like, man, I gotta do them in person now.
Yeah.
I thought
It's cool.
Oh yeah, I've been catching people at tournaments. I'm like, ooh, boom, let me go get them.
That's awesome. I appreciate you doing that. I love listening when I'm getting ready, when I'm driving, whatever it is, I'm going to be listening.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll tag you guys when it drops. I'm gonna get back into it. And
Stay tuned to Big Burn Show.
all right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, there you have it. Interview with Diego Chavez of ASU. I look forward to seeing what what's in store for him in the future. And it was his brother I talked about yesterday that went on to upset Sergio Vega of Sunnyside, the number 2 wrestler in the nation. So, yeah, his brother, all these guys are just great kids, and just can't wait to see what the future holds. So with that, I won't be having a show tomorrow because Rocky has a big tournament at South Point tomorrow, and it's a weekend tournament, and Corey wrestles Saturday, so it's going to be a busy weekend. So come Monday, I should have a good update show for you guys, and we'll get back into it. Thanks for listening, guys, and any questions, you know how to get a hold of me, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Burn one. Yo. Low budget. Once again.